Hello dear learners, I Avinash Narayan Darsimbe, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Shri Shivaji Science College Amravati, welcome you all to the online value-added certificate course on medicinal plants, traditional uses and career opportunities, organized by Department of Botany, Shri Shivaji Science College Amravati. Currently, we are facing severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus, which is rapidly spread all around the world. So, our special issue is to focus on how to stay protected ourselves in this situation. Medicinal plants are considered as the richest source of ingredients which can be used to prepare drugs to treat human diseases. Nature has blessed mankind with abundant flora with high medicinal values which provide timely and adequate remedies to several health diseases from the ancient time. The medicinal plants enable the people to boost their immunity in time of health crisis like coronavirus. The people are required to know the new concept of quarantine and self-isolation while trying to make use of medicinal plants which helps to boost immunity. It is necessary to understand the correlation among medicinal plants, immune system and COVID-19. Therefore, by knowing the current situation, Department of Botany, Shri Shivaji Science College Amravati started this course which help everyone to find the solution which boosts their immunity and stay healthy and protected by using the plants which have high medicinal value and easily available in their gardens. So, as beginning of course, today we will start with the history of Indian folk medicines. The story of evolution of medicine is a long one, stretching from prehistoric to the modern time, encompassing man through different ages and phases of evolution, culture and civilization. The art of healing began through thousands of years ago with the innovations of the primitive man trying to provide relief to those close to him in sickness and suffering, motivated by the feeling of sympathy and kindness. All ancient civilizations of the world developed their own medicine system, but the ancient Indian system of medicine is considered to be the most methodological and the most holistic system, both in its ideas and its curative measures. From ancient time, India is a repository of medicinal plants rich in their herb treasure and floristic wealth. And our ancestors had a rich knowledge of plant-based drugs both for use in primitive and curative medicines. They gained the knowledge of plant constituents and by many trial and error methods, they developed traditional medicine systems. So, let's take a look about the ancient traditional medicine systems of India. The first one, that is the Ayurveda, which is also known as the science of life. The second one, that is the Siddha, which is basically originated in Tamil Nadu of India. The third one, that is the Unani, which came from the Arab countries. And the fourth one, that is the tribal medicines, which had been used by the tribal communities of India. So, the first one, that is the Ayurveda, which is also known as the science of life. Ayurvedic knowledge originated in India more than 5,000 years ago and is often called the mother of all healings. The term Ayurveda is composed of two basonyms, that is the Ayur and Veda. Ayu is derived from primary word Ayush, means life, and the basonym Ayu is explained in Charak Samhita Shashrutanam as the combination of four words. The first one, that is the Sharir or destructible body. The second one, that is the Indriya or senses, entities, macro and macro forms. The third one, that is the Sattva or mind. The fourth one, that is the Atma, which means the indestructible soul. The word Veda originated from the word Vid, which means the knowledge. Thus, Ayurveda translates as the knowledge of life. Origin of Ayurveda. The origin of Ayurveda could be roughly tracked back 5,000 years ago, when writing was not even evolved in its physical form. The father of Ayurveda was Charak Acharya. It is believed that the Vedic knowledge was passed through cognition or was gained through meditation. Knowledge of the use of various methods of healing, prevention, longevity and surgery came through divine revelation. These revelations transcribed from the oral tradition into book form, interspaced with other aspects of life and spirituality. The earliest script would have been written on perishable material such as Bhojpatra, which is the bark of Himalaya plant, that is Betula utilis. The manuscript could not be preserved over time or required utmost care due to perishable nature of Bhojpatra, and subsequently the later scripts were engraved on the stones and copper plates. The Ayurveda consists of 4 Vedas. These are the Rig Veda, Sam Veda, Yajur Veda and Atharva Veda. And these all Vedas, they have the therapeutic use of medicinal plants. Here we can see there are the ancient Ayurvedic books. These are the Charak Samhita and the Shashrut Samhita. These 2 books previously were written on the Bhojpatra that was seen on the upper side of the image. And in the lower side we can see there is the modified version of these books. The Ayurveda have 3 types of prakritis, means bodies. These are the first one, that is the Vat, which consists of ether and air. The second one, that is the Pitta, which consists of fire and water. And the third one, that is the Kapha, which consists of water and earth. There are some renowned personalities of Ayurveda. Here the image shown, I definitely know that you all know about this person, and he is the Sushruta. He was the first person to perform the cataract and plastic surgery in 2000 BCE. He is also known as the father of Indian surgery, as Sushruta contributed a lot to the Ayurveda. He was the author of Shashrut Samhita. He had done about 120 surgical instruments invented. He had done 300 surgical procedures and 650 drugs. Importance of medicinal plants in Ayurveda. Approximately 90% of Ayurvedic preparations are plant-based. Medicinal plants have strong action on the body and cure diseases. Medicinal plants are generally seen to be safe and free from side effects. Ayurvedic medicines are mainly composed of herbal plant combinations. Traditional Ayurvedic texts note that the use of medicinal plants are strong and potent enough to combat diseases. Depending on the plant concerned and the medicinal combinations involved, the leaf, flower, seed, bark, root or skin of the plant may be chosen to heal the diseases. The next one, that is the Siddha. The Siddha system of medicine originated in Tamil Nadu of ancient India. It is a traditional Tamil system of medicine. Its origin goes back to 10,000 BC to 4000 BC. The roots of the ancient Siddha system are intertwined with the mythology and culture of the ancient Tamil civilization that existed in the southernmost tip of Indian peninsula, predating much of recorded history. Agastya is believed to the founding father of Siddha medicine. There was 18 Siddhas along with Agastya, considered to be the pillar of Siddha medicine. Siddha medicine gave importance to the conjunctive use of plant and minerals. From ancient time, Siddha practitioners advised the initial use of herbs for the simple ailment. The uniqueness of Siddha system is evident by its continuous service to the humanity for more than 5000 years in combating diseases and also in maintaining its physical, mental and moral health, while many of its contemporaries had been extincted long ago. This unique legacy was bequeathed to the select discipline or Chiddas by the word of mouth. With time, this oral tradition was transcribed to the palm leaf manuscript that was now serve as the major repository of the knowledge. Concept of Siddha treatment. The treatment consists of 3 distinct categories. The first one, that is the Deva Maruthvam, which is known as divine method. The second one, that is the Manida Maruthvam, which is known as the rational method. And the third one, that is the Asura Maruthvam, which is known as the surgical method. In the divine method, the medicines like Parpam, Chenduram, Guru, Kuligai prepared from mercury, sulfur and Pashpanamans are used. In the rational method, medicines prepared from herbs like Churnam, Kadinir, Vedagam are used. In surgical method, incision, excision, heat application, blood leaching, leech application, etc. are practiced. The next one, that is Unani. Unani, actually known as Tib-e-Unani. Tib is an Arabic word which means medicine. Unani is a Persian word which means Lonia, meaning native of Lonia. So, Tib-e-Unani means medicine of Lonia. Since this medicine system is rooted in the teaching of Greek physician Hippocrates, then it passes on to the Galen and then to the Rhazes. Although over the years, Chinese and Indian traditional medicine have made a significant impact on Unani medicine. It started taking deep rooted in the India during the reign of Alauddin Khilji, about 1290 to 1321 AD, and flourished due to the direct patronage of the rulers. As it is the major use of the prehistoric period of Mughal India, most of the Mughal emperors have a strong belief on it, and from that time it is incorporated on the traditional medicine system of India. Unani medicine believe in the importance of keeping your body fluid balanced. There are 4 body fluids. These are the blood, phlegm, yellow bile and black bile. The next one, that is the tribal medicines, which is also known as the natural solution. A tribal medicine or folk medicine system is a set of dynamic medicinal practices based on the principle of trials and errors and on empirical evidence, which has evolved over a period of time within a unique socio-culture and physical environment. Study of traditional or folk medicine of tribals is called ethnomedicines. Folk medicine or tribal medicine is one of the popular term of traditional knowledge in our society. It is based on folk education system, philosophical thoughts and cultural origin of a tribal community. Generally, it is derived from a local medicinal plant, different type of organic matters and spiritual belief. The medicinal plants play an important role in folk medicines. Tribals are the oldest ethnological group which live far away from the civilized world. Among 104.2 billion ethnic communities inhabited in 5,000 villages in India, where no such modern facilities or hospitals exist. So these medicinal plants play a significant role in the health need of these communities. They prefer to live in forest areas, follow primitive customs and occupations, profess primitive religion, have common language and social culture, and are economically dependent on each other. These tribal peoples use large amount of plant for the medicinal purpose. Such studies fall under the study of relationship which exists between the people of primitive communities and their plant environment. The Indian subcontinent is inhabited by a large number of ethnic communities and they live in forest. As you can see in this map that most of the tribal communities lives in all the other states of India. The ethnic communities comprises of Gond, Baiga, Bedia, Bhil, Bharia, Korku, Pardhi, etc. These tribes had been reported in India subcontinent and 500 of them are most common employed by different ethnic communities prevailing in the country. Traditional belief is a key factor to use the folk medicine. Traditional knowledge is based on the practical experience of common people and deeply rooted in the life of tribal people. Even today, most of the tribal communities are dependent upon local traditional healing system for their primary health care. The concept of traditional knowledge implies that the people living in rural areas are isolated from the rest of the world and that their knowledge system are static and do not interact with the other knowledge system. That's why they need to develop their own medicine system. Now, as in this pie chart, we can see that there is a percentage of plant used in different medicine system. In Unani, there is 10%, In Siddha, about 13% plant is used. In Ayurveda, about 21% plants used. While if we see that the maximum number of plants had been used in tribal medicine system, that is the 41%. So, by all this we can conclude that the medicinal plants have much more importance in our life. So, this is all about the history of Indian folk medicines. I hope you enjoy the lecture. Stay at home, be safe and enjoy the online value-added course. Thank you.